I am sure if you have been following the news on inflation, you would agree that it is sobering. Wages are increasing, but they are hardly keeping up with inflation. Nominal income might increase, but after factoring in inflation, real income might have actually reduced. One of the things we must never take for granted is that real income will always increase year after year. This was easy to take for granted when inflation was extremely low and interest rate was almost zero. To be realistic, there will be years when we might not get any wage increase. There will be years when we might have to take a pay cut. This is especially possible if Singapore goes into an economic recession. What could be worse than not getting any wage increase? Getting a pay cut, of course. What could be worse than that? Retrenchment. What could make that worse? To see inflation marching on. This is not a horror story, as inflation is likely to be sticky. So, expectation is for interest rates to stay higher for longer too. That would make everything a double whammy. What are we to do? Should we take on another job? I guess we would have to do that if we didn't have a choice. Although it would depend on whether we could get another job. There would be bills that still need to be paid, for sure. There would be expenses that could not be avoided. It could get very depressing, but human beings have the tendency to feel invincible when things are going swimmingly their way, never preparing for how things could go wrong. Of course, if we had money stashed away, it could lessen the pain. This is why an emergency fund is important. Having said this, even emergency funds could get depleted. So, for double protection, we should own assets which consistently generate income. Indeed, this is something that should benefit all of us who want a secure financial future. I am leaving links in the description below to 7 blogs which will help us be less dependent on wage increases for higher income. Link number 1. People who depend on their monthly wages just to get by are wage slaves. Don't be a wage slave. Link number 2. We need to put aside a meaningful emergency fund. This is probably the most basic thing we must do to have a measure of financial security. Link number 3. In order to own income-producing assets, we need to have money. How do we have more money? Link number 4. We always hear about how we should start investing to grow our wealth as soon as possible. Starting young would give us more time to grow our wealth. Link number 5. Remember, however, that it is never too late to learn how to invest for income. The best time to start is always now. Link number 6. It is also important to always have a war chest ready. In good times, I would never ever be 100% invested. Link number 7. As we embark on our journey towards greater financial security, try to involve everyone in the family. Mutual understanding and support will make the journey more enjoyable and hopefully easier. If AK can do it, so can you.